Judge to consider moving Trump's hush money conviction to federal court. This article is by Jonah E. Bromwich and read by an automated voice. A New York appeals court on Thursday left open the possibility that President Trump's Manhattan criminal conviction could be moved to federal court, offering him a quicker path to overturning it. Mr. Trump's lawyers will still have to convince a federal judge, Alvin K. Hellerstein, that the criminal case belongs in federal court, and there may be obstacles to doing so. Previously, Judge Hellerstein has been unpersuaded. Still, Thursday's ruling was a minor win for Mr. Trump, stemming from the Supreme Court's July 2024 finding that presidents are entitled to presumptive immunity for acts taken in their official capacities. That finding has shielded Mr. Trump from federal prosecution, and his lawyers have sought to use it to overturn his Manhattan criminal conviction from earlier in 2024. Supreme Court justices have already shown skepticism of the Manhattan case. 4 of the 9 were open to the possibility of Mr. Trump delaying his criminal sentencing this past January. A spokeswoman for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office declined to comment. In spring 2023, Mr. Trump was indicted in Manhattan State Court, charged with 34 counts of falsifying business records related to his approval of a scheme to conceal a hush money payment to a porn star. Alvin L. Bragg, the district attorney, argued that the payment was the last of 3 that Mr. Trump and 2 co-conspirators had made to hide information from American voters. Even before the trial, Mr. Trump's lawyers tried to move the case to federal court, arguing that because it included actions taken while Mr. Trump was president, a federal court was the proper venue. Judge Hellerstein denied them twice. In the summer of 2023, he found that the allegations against Mr. Trump had nothing to do with the presidency. Mr. Trump was convicted in May 2024. On July 1st, the Supreme Court found that presidents were entitled to presumptive immunity for official acts, raising the bar for any prosecution. In early September, Mr. Trump's lawyers asked Judge Hellerstein to take another look at the case. He reached the same decision, writing in a short order that hush money payments were private, unofficial acts outside the bounds of executive authority. Mr. Trump then appealed to the Second Circuit, which heard oral arguments in June. There, one of Mr. Trump's lawyers, Jeffrey B. Wall, argued that there was good cause to move what he called an anomalous, one-of-its-kind prosecution. The Second Circuit judges, Raymond J. Lohier Jr., Susan L. Carney, and Myrna Perez, were persuaded that the issues deserved a closer look. On Thursday, they asked Judge Hellerstein to evaluate whether evidence admitted during the trial had touched on acts for which Mr. Trump should have been immune. They also asked him to evaluate whether the law allowed for someone in the president's situation, a federal officer who was also a defendant, to seek removal to federal court after a trial had been held and a judgment entered. The appeals court's ruling may compel Judge Hellerstein to more closely consider the Supreme Court's immunity ruling, which left major issues to be worked out by lower courts. But the judge may also find that Mr. Trump's lawyers did not act quickly enough to remove the case to federal court after the Supreme Court's immunity ruling, having waited more than 2 months. If Mr. Trump is unsuccessful, he will continue a more conventional appeal, which will proceed through state court, a process that could take years. The president's lawyers filed their formal appeal papers last week.